Huzzah, everybody! Ken Meister LP here, and welcome back to another Let's Play episode of Twilight Princess for the Nintendo GameCube Minimalist Run. And today is the final post-commentated video of the Let's Play because the audio screwed up on me once again. So, to celebrate that cause, we have a triple threat today. We have two guest commentators with us. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Lunaria. I generally just play some classic stuff.
Hi, I'm Spaceport. I do a lot of Zelda classic and some streaming on my Twitch.
And today we get a pretty upgrade. A pretty upgrade for our Master Sword, which is used only for this dungeon, and with that we can bum rush the rest of the Twilight Palace and such. So from here on, it's fairly linear. We kind of just use the Master Sword to solve the rest of the puzzles, and it's really straightforward from here on out.
Yeah, it removes all the fog and dark stuff.
This whole dungeon set is so... To me, it was like the least interesting dungeon in the whole game. Because it's so linear, you literally just do the two sides and then you get an item that doesn't even change anything about the game.
Yeah.
All of Twilight Princess got so sloppy at the end.
I feel the biggest lack of the Twilight run is... Where's the town? Like, the Twilight people live there. I don't see a town, I only see the castle.
It's like, what did they do? Spend, like, all of their time just standing around, just twiddling their thumbs?
It's so
Like, a lot of
weird.
Twilight Princess suffers from that. Like, even the towns don't have towns.
And you have to wonder, like, going into Gerudo Desert as well, like, the fortress, like, how did people live there, you know? I mean, because you gotta remember, there was a tribe of people that lived there once.
Yeah, at least that has a building, though. Like, the Goron place is literally just a hot spring and then the mine.
I mean, in Arbiter's grounds at least has, ruins. There could be a town around the prison. I mean, it looks like there had been.
Like, it's just like, how is Hyrule hospitable for all these, like, different races in this kind of setting, you know? It's like, I wouldn't want to live in Hyrule. Not this kind of Hyrule, anyway. So with the Master Sword upgrade, we can, basically, we can cut through fog and solve puzzles with it that would normally require the light souls that we used previously. Is that what they were called? I forget. It's been so long since I last...
Yeah, they're called, so, like, it's a play on the word sun. I think it's Latin.
So basically, it's like a portable soul, if that makes any sense. Cut through all the fog. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here, because I actually don't even remember, like, when I recorded this footage. This is, like, probably the most recent, like, video I've done in terms of commentary. And this was, like, I hate to admit it, guys, but this was, like, after Twilight Princess HD was released. Even though I did the LP, like, before HD was even announced. And you're going to be seeing later, I actually predict an HD happening, so...
I mean, I played Twilight Princess HD like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so...
So, sorry guys for slacking, I guess. Life, stuff, motivation, it's...
Yeah, that's always what it is.
Yeah. Which is probably why, whenever I get this LP, like, done and over with, because I'm switching to a new computer after this, I swear to God, I will probably refrain from doing long Let's Plays like this for a while.
Dude, as soon as I get my capture card, I'm gonna do so many more Let's Plays.
Oh yeah.
It just sounds so fun.
It is, if
I
you...
just do... I generally just do PC stuff, I can use HBS for that, I don't need a capture card or anything.
Or you can just get a strong computer and just, like, record emulated, like, Dolphin plays or something.
Yeah, that too.
That's also an option, yeah.
Then, how are you gonna play Mario Maker?
That's a fairly good point.
That's like the most stream-worthy... No, well, not
Is
the
it,
most
though?
stream-worthy, but it's very, very good. Like, you'll never run out of content, ever. You could be, like, solely a Mario Maker YouTube channel and never, ever, ever run out of content.
You mean like how
Yeah.
people make Smash solely, like, channels or whatever?
Yeah, just a Smash channel. Stuff like that, or just League channels.
mean, I think most Mario Maker levels are gonna be very the same. I mean, I guess they're still adding content to it. They added like those red coin things a while back.
Do you go on the Mario Maker Reddit?
No.
All of the stages that are listed on there, like there's so many good stages that people make that don't get like top rated because they're not like all the top rated is just don't move or like music stages and stuff like that. All the ones that do like a stage of the week, kind of like here's a sequence like that to each one week or whatever. But they're all really good. They have great level design and stuff like that. They're a lot better than the ones you get in like the challenge runs and stuff like that. You can always get bad stages in those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Nintendo's Mario Maker plays on internet curates the content very well.
No, definitely not. But the Reddit does a really nice job of knowing it, and then through the actual Mario Maker website.
Oh, that's why I jumped down, because I realized I needed to get a key in this room. Yeah, I think there's like 2 rooms where like that where you have to like beat up some floating Zont heads before you can move on, which can be.
Yeah,
Literally.
you need to do that to get the big key.
That's like an artificial way of just slowing down this bum rush, I guess.
I know,
It's just so weird because it's so easy to miss them.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right, because it's just like, hey, I'm going in like a straight line, nothing to miss, right? And then you find the keys in like the most offset locations. It's like, so it's supposed to be here, right? No, it's like in this niche little corner in this section of the room. Oh, no, okay.
Like when I first played this room, I thought you needed to kill all the birds because I didn't even see the statues the first time.
Isn't this the room where you get the big key too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate that transformation so much.
So y'all didn't think too highly of the Palace of Twilight? I like the setting and atmosphere, but I mean, other than that, it's an endgame dungeon, not much worth writing home about.
See, I think there's so much missed potential in like final dungeons in a lot of Zelda games because it's like you have your entire arsenal. They can create so many cool puzzles that combine everything you have to use.
Hey, at least the Hyrule Castle brought back the spinner for like one 10-second section.
No, I definitely agree. There's so much missed potential in the final dungeons in Zelda games.
Oh yeah.
Super long instead of short like they are. They're always short.
Isn't that why like Zelda Classic like quests or whatever, aka a Zelda mod which lets you create your own like Zelda games ish, they make a lot of like really stupidly huge final dungeons or something.
No, a lot of the dungeons and a lot of quests are huge.
Yeah.
I never did understand like the. I never did understand that having to create like stupidly huge dungeons even for the first one, because that can be so offsetting for someone's first experience of the game.
Definitely this. And like it's not even a problem that something is huge, but you need to fill that space with something. If you don't have any content to fill it with, why is it so large?
It's nuts and bolts syndrome.
See, that's what I did with my quest. The very few quests I made was that like they were kind of shortish. Like I think the longest dungeon might have been like 20 to 30 minutes or something. I don't remember. But like every room had something in it, you know. There was always something going on rather than it just being some kind of arbitrary like empty room where you just kind of pass through it and say nothing else.
Yeah. It suffers like Zelda Classic suffers the same thing, or I guess I should say the other way around. Mario Maker suffers the same thing as Zelda Classic does, where like you give literally everyone the tools, but you don't teach them anything about designing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you just get all of this jumble of objects that are familiar, but not really used in the correct way.
It's kind of hard to teach game design though, because I mean it all comes down to time and effort you put into it. You get good at it after you make a lot of scratch.
For me, I just look at like other video games and go off of like what makes this level good? Why do people like this area so much, and maybe base ideas around that.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's a good perspective, but most people want to make games don't have that.
Yeah. some people don't quite have that viewpoint, I guess.
I've done a lot of studying recently on level design, and
It's all about the learning curve and how well the difficulty like spikes with how ongoing the level is.
How good you are at teaching players your mechanics.
Yeah. Which is why games like Mega Man X1 are fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
oh yeah, there's one of these fights in the middle of the dungeon. I always found it weird that you had to do these fights after you're not stuck in wolf form, because they're kind of weird to do with this world.
Yeah, didn't I just sort of like lazily come by them and just kind of tap them with a sword and they died?
Yeah.
The touch of death. Oh, I remember this. This was kind of weird where like it was just like you take these platforms and take a gamble of where they go.
Yeah, take the one, take the wrong one and you have to do it again. It's just a waste of time. I think you need to get a key too.
Yeah, that might be why I'm taking my time with this. Random Zon head in the distance. I think.
Maybe you need to.
Yeah. I think I decided to bring out my Hylian shield in all of this though because it was just like it's not like there's any fire enemies in here. Does it really make a difference?
I mean, it's more iconic.
It looks cooler.
Why did you have the wooden shield out in the first place?
Minimalist. I thought like the wooden shield would make the game way harder, but it didn't really make much of a difference to begin with.
No, it's only, it can burn. That's about it.
It's like there's no purpose to the shield existing in Twilight Princess almost.
Yeah. I mean, they put in a wooden shield because there was a wooden shield in Ocarina of Time, and people hated Wind Waker, so let's make Ocarina of Time too.
Yeah. Let's just make Twilight Princess Ocarina of Time 2.0, why not? Because that's what all the fans want, right?
Yeah. Never mind that everyone loves Wind Waker these days.
Didn't the developers feel kind of sketchy, like making Twilight Princess at first too, which is why they went with Wind Waker? They liked the concept of Wind Waker more than Twilight Princess, and then they were like, let's just give the fans what they want. And I guess it kind of shows in their work too, because it's just like I don't feel like Twilight Princess's development had quite the love that Wind Waker did with all of its. How do I put it?
This game doesn't have the same charm.
Like the scale of Wind Waker, like the versatility of Link, for example. That's all gone.
Yeah. Like the sword combat in Wind Waker feels better than in Twilight Princess, even if the Twilight Princess one has more moves.
I know. And before we get a lot of Twilight Princess hate in the comments, or just general channel hate comments, not that it really matters.
Yeah.
When was the last time
No,
When was the last time I actively updated this channel anyway?
I actually really like Twilight Princess, and I think it gets a lot of hate that's not deserved, but it's definitely worse than some other games in many regards.
I forget how I'd compare it to Skyward Sword because I literally have not touched Skyward Sword since I beat it around the time it came out, honestly.
I don't want to replay Skyward Sword.
That might be it, actually. I don't remember being too impressed with its world.
Like, people can complain about the Wii waggling, which yeah is an issue, but like, there's so many other problems with that game to me. Like,
Oh yeah. I never got the map or compass. Wow.
does this game have a map and compass?
Yeah. like every dungeon in this game does. I just, what's the point? It's a completely linear dungeon, unless you're getting all the heart pieces, I guess. But you should know by now. Like every dungeon in the game has 2 heart pieces each. So if you're missing one or the other, like you know you got to go back in there and search. So.
I mean, it's not like they're well hidden. You just go back to each two side towers once you have the sword upgrade.
You can't even see these. That's kind of aggravating.
Well, if you turn on the sense, you can see through the fog.
Huh. I guess I'm trying to go at it try hard then.
Oh. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, did we lose you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I was
he's.
sitting here talking and like everyone's talking over me. I'm like, are they listening? Oh,
We're all listening. And speaking of that, it's the end of the video. So next time, my friends, we will reunite with my past self and fight quite possibly the best boss fight in the game. So this has been Kenmeister LP.
Right.
I totally just lost the last half of all of that.
That's nice.
I had so much to say too.
Um. Okay, guys. Let's just say Lunaria and Space Poet, and yeah, that was a fantastic outro. See you guys then. Bye.